I'd walk up the steps of Smith Music Hall, and I'd say, "Hey man, what's happening?" You know, still using my cool language. I haven't forgotten anything. And somebody would say, "Well, man, your theory class happened at 8, and your history class happened at 10, but otherwise you're cool, man." So my first accomplishment at the university was to go almost immediately on scholastic probation. I flunked hygiene.
Hygiene. You really did sleep in.
I didn't know where the shower
Sleep in what? Is what
No, Michael didn't know where the shower was.
I flunked band. I got a D in music theory, and my theory teacher said, "Michael, I'm giving you a D because I think you really tried." I said, "Okay." So I went to this concert. It was a noon, 11 o'clock concert. And at noon after the concert, he catches me in a hallway. He says, "So what did you think?" And I said, "You want my opinion?" I said, "Yeah, what did you think of the music?" I said, "Well, I thought that the players were great, the way they could go from the xylophone to timpani to snare drum. They played all the instruments so well, and I couldn't do that yet." And I said, "But frankly, I thought the music was terrible." I mean, I was very outspoken, you know. I was very cool, very direct. And he looks at me like this, you know, he doesn't say anything. And he says, "Well, why don't you try your hand?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And he said, "Well, if you don't like what you heard, why don't you write what you'd like to hear?" Wow! I'll tell you, I can see it right now. Smith Music Hall with the sunbeams coming in, the windows up the side like this. The room got much brighter for me, the hallway, and I can see Paul with his foot up on the cigarette urn there in his jacket. So I ran to the music store, got music paper, ran home, and started writing a piece. That was for percussion, featuring 3 percussion players, bongos, snare drum, and timpani, with 6 accompanying players, and I called it Three Brothers, because of the three guys in front. And Woody Herman had called his piece Four Brothers. Jimmy Jufrey, yeah. And I came out on stage very relaxed, just like I was on a bandstand. The first time I'd ever played in a classical concert, you know, as it were. My whole approach to it was very relaxed. And we played, it was successful. The audience liked it a lot. I got a lot of compliments. And I floated out of the music school. It was May. The lilac bushes bloom in May there on the campus for 3 weeks, and they were in bloom at that time. So as I walked out, there was a sunny day. I smelled the lilacs. I remember that smell. And I had crepe sole shoes with suede tops, which are very cool in those days, you know, for a jazz musician. Still cool. And so I felt like I was walking on a cloud because of the crepe soles, you know, and I'm walking out and I'm smelling the lilacs. I'm saying, "I'm a composer. I'm going to be a composer," you know, like this.